With summer coming up, many high school and college students will be looking for summer jobs. So what's the market like? How do you best score a job? Candace Moody is Vice President of Communications at CareerSource Northeast Florida with the best places to look at, for a gig, and how self-employment might be the answer. Good to have you here.
Good to have you.
You know, it's interesting because I read a survey, and I didn't know I was doing this interview this morning when I came in, but from Adecco, and they said that students are very optimistic about their chances of scoring a job. So if you're in high school or a college graduate, how is the summer job market shaping up?
It's shaping up to be terrific, actually. Jacksonville is booming, and we're creating lots of jobs, especially in those sectors that have traditionally employed young people, like retail and hospitality.
Oh, that's fantastic. So is it too early to start looking for a job?
I don't think it's ever too early to start looking for a job, because by the time you really need the job, when school ends for the summer, it's going to be really competitive. And I think employers really appreciate students who take the time to get ahead of the game and start thinking early about what they want to do.
So what else do you need to do to make yourself stand out?
Well, we're going to talk about some websites where people can apply for jobs, especially if they're away at college. They can get a head start from wherever they are on applying for jobs in their hometown. But I do think that the best thing a student can do is go in person. Because on paper, all high school or college students kind of look alike. They have a little bit of experience, mostly in the service sector, but it's your personality, your motivation, and your energy that's really going to make you stand out. So personal applications actually do the best.
And it's little things. Wear that tie, as much as it may kill you. And follow up with a note, but not an email, right? Maybe a handwritten note?
I think email actually works these days. I really do. I think most of us are on email, and I think students are kind of losing the art of handwriting. So an email that's warm and sincere and prompt after an interview is a really great idea.
Now, I know you're also finding that self-employment is a new trend. Give me an idea of some of the jobs where I can be self-employed.
Well, and we will encourage students to really develop those entrepreneurial skills, because even though you might not make more money than you would make working at a regular job, you're going to build a lot of confidence and skills like sales and time management that'll be really critical to your career. So there are all kinds of things that you could do: organizing, lawn work, dog sitting, dog walking, pet sitting. All of those kinds of things can pay just as much as a retail job, and you can set your own pace and build your own business and clientele.
And as strange as it sounds, I know somebody who started a pooper scooper business when he was in high school, and now he has like 20 people working for him, and he just takes care of the books. You know, so you got to be innovative. How about things like Uber and Shipt?
Well, that's kind of the in-between. There's employment, there's self-employment, and then there's the independent worker. So people who work for Shipt, who do shopping for people, and people who work for Uber, who drive or Lyft, are actually sort of independent contractors. And what's nice about those opportunities is that you can set your own schedule. If you're taking summer classes or you have some other obligations, you can block out the times that you don't want to work and choose to work the times that you do, and then get pretty good work. I know I've taken Uber a couple of times, and some of the drivers are making their full-time money doing that work.
And for the students and grads who sit back and go, I couldn't find a job, do you find a common thread as to what they're doing wrong?
Mostly it's about energy and motivation, because there are a lot of competitive people at that entry level. So you have to make yourself stand out by saying, I understand your product, I want to take care of your customers, I'm reliable, I'll be here every day, and I'll give it my best.
Too many people have that, I call it the sense of entitlement these days. Got to invest in yourself.
You absolutely do. And I think that you can find jobs online if you want to do that. Every retailer has an online presence. You can search for Jacksonville or Northeast Florida and look for jobs in major retailers and food service as well.
Candace, thank you. Now, you mentioned a web resource. To learn more, you can visit CareerSourceNEFL.com. I know you probably don't have a pencil or paper to write it down right now, or can't get to your phone. So we've got a link on newsforjacks.com. If you go to newsforjacks.com/morning show, you'll find it right there and made it easy. Good luck with your job hunt.